Hi guys, it's Mindy here, and today I have a lot to discuss with you. So today is VLCD day number 16, and I am extremely frustrated. I did a steak and cake day yesterday. I modified my cake, so I made it with a half an ounce of flaxseed, a tablespoon of cocoa, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 3 tablespoons of coconut milk instead of heavy cream, and then I used sweetener. And yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. And then I had steak, and there's a fly, but I ended up being up 0.6 today, and I was down 0.6 yesterday, so I'm right back at 212.2. So I have been literally bouncing between 212 and 211 since my VLC day number 7. So that's over 7 days now that I've been stuck in this 1 pound range, and it's starting to really get me frustrated. Now, the reason why I'm discussing this is because last night I was watching what's her name? Y Vargas, I think that's her YouTube username. I was watching her video, and she had started a new round on HCG, and then she just stopped, and she decided she just couldn't do it anymore, for her reasons. And then she put up a video yesterday talking about this new thing that she'd found on YouTube that someone shared with her, and how well it was working, and she was down 4.6 pounds. So I watched that video, and then it linked to the original vlogger about the diet, and then I went and watched that video. And it's a 35-minute video, and I'm going to link it down below so you guys can check it out. Basically, it's this diet that they named called Biomedic Diet, and it's basically taking 2 different types of diets and kind of smushing them together to create this diet that causes you to lose ridiculous amounts of weight in a small amount of time. And watch the video and you'll see. And what I did is all night I tossed and turned thinking about this diet and thinking about whether or not I wanted to try it. I talked to my husband about it. He was a little concerned, but he was willing to kind of go along with me in the thought process. And this morning I kind of made a pros and a cons list, and then a list of questions that I was just worried about. And then I watched the video again to see if I got any of those questions answered. And then I've done some additional research on the 2 types of diets that it basically is, and found some other YouTubers who are switching from HCG to this diet, and also found the Facebook support group for the diet, and got a lot of information, and I think I might start it. But I wanted to go over it, talk with you guys, let you guys know, see what you guys think. I mentioned it on the Facebook support group that I'm a part of, and a lot of people kind of looked at it negatively, so I'm not sure if I just need to look at it more, or if I'm just kind of blinded by the success right now. So I'm going to talk about it here, and I'm still giving myself to the end of this round, maybe, if I can stick it out, because my brain is just kind of frustrated, actually extremely frustrated with what's going on with my HCG journey. So here goes. So the Biomedic Diet, you basically are taking a combination of supplements, doing an intermittent fasting. So you take the supplements, which are supposed to curb your appetite, as well as give you energy and stuff like that, and then you fast for 1 day, and then you eat the next day. And you only eat 1 meal according to the Biomedic Diet. And you eat whatever you want for a whole hour. So for 1 hour you get to eat whatever you want. You can make that as healthy or as unhealthy as you want, pretty much, but that's what you do. So here are my thoughts. Okay, Now, dieting isn't just about losing weight. It's about HCG anyways. It's about teaching you how to eat properly. And I think the thing with this biomedic diet is that it doesn't really do that. But I've been on HCG for 4 rounds. I've been on it since April or March, sorry. And I think I've learned quite a bit about eating healthy. I've learned what I like and what I don't like, and what's good for me and what's not good for me. I've learned alternative methods to cooking, alternative methods, alternative foods that I can have. I've learned a lot of things about healthy eating, and I really enjoy eating healthy. Like, I like putting good things into my body and not putting a whole bunch of junk in my body. So the fact that it doesn't really teach you how to eat properly is something that I'm okay with, because I think I've already learned how to do that through P3 and P2 and maintenance and all of that. I've learned how to adapt and have a much better eating, a much better lifestyle when it comes to food. So there's the con number 1 that isn't really a con, because I think I've already kind of overcome it. The con number 2 is that Selena, the lady who introduced this biomedic diet, mentioned that because you lose the weight so rapidly that you can end up with some loose and saggy skin. Now, that's something that concerns me. As many of you probably already know, I'm really concerned about having loose and saggy skin. So my thought was, maybe I can do it in a cycling fashion. Instead of doing 2 months straight on this diet, do 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, or something similar to that, to kind of give my body some time to adjust. Or maybe 1 week on, 1 week off. I'm not sure. If you have any suggestions, or if HCG's Medic Babe is out there listening to this video, please let me know what you think about maybe doing that, and to see if that might help with giving your body a chance to kind of elasticize and regain its shape, to bypass this loose and saggy skin problem. I don't want to lose all my weight in 2 months if I'm going to end up with loose and sagginess. And if I can kind of stretch it out for 3 or 4 months and be down to my goal in that amount of time, and my skin stay intact, I know I'm going to have a little bit of looseness, just because I do have some stretch marks and stuff like that, and it's just kind of nature of losing weight rapidly. So I know that's going to happen, but I really just don't want to have all of it saggy and loose. So I'm thinking maybe if I cycle or do something similar to that, it could prevent that from happening. So let me know if you guys think that might be an option, or if it will work. I'm not sure exactly the process of skin elasticizing, so if you have any information, please let me know. I don't want to have plastic surgery to have my skin removed. It's just not me. And the next question I had, which I went back and watched Selena's video and she kind of answered, was I was wondering if it caused you to lose muscle, but looking back and then reading up on things, it looks like this is a part of the diet is actually used by bodybuilders to lose fat and to tone their muscle. So that is encouraging, that it's not just losing weight, but you're losing a proper weight. So that's interesting. And then another question I had was, how long after you make your goal, or after you stop this diet, do you have to continue taking the ECA stack in order to maintain? Or, I mean, do you continue taking it? What do you do exactly as far as maintenance phase goes after you lost the weight that you want to lose? Because I don't want to be taking it forever, and I hope that's not the case, because that's not something that I want to do. And if that is the case, I might just do this to lose most of my weight and then switch back to HCG to lose like the last 10 or 15 pounds. So that's another question. Now that I've got all the negative stuff out of the way, I want to talk about the pros. So far this round on HCG, I have been feeling like I'm starving all the time. I'm hungry all the time. I can't cook food for anybody else because I'll eat it. I can't go out in the kitchen. If there's anything out, if there's any leftovers in the refrigerator, if there's any brownies on the stove, because I'll eat them. I'm just constantly hungry, and it's not necessarily me eating because I just want to eat. I literally am hungry all the time, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling like I'm not satisfied. When I eat my meal, I'm good, but then 2 hours later, I feel like I'm starving, and I've upped my dosage, and it doesn't seem to help. And I've done these correction days to try to take care of this couple pounds that I'm bouncing between, and it's not helping. And I just can't handle that anymore. I can't handle feeling hungry all the time, and it's a constant battle in my head and in my body, and it's painful, and it's frustrating to have to go through that and have to constantly fight with yourself about eating or not eating when you know you're hungry and there's nothing that you can do about it. So you just end up going to sleep so that you can stave off the hunger, but then you don't even end up losing any weight. So you just feel like you're eating and putting yourself through this for nothing. So that's what's frustrating me about HCG right now. With this biomedic diet, apparently there's no stalls. You don't wake up with gains for no reason when you stick to protocol. It curbs your appetite, and they actually said that it actually kind of turns you off to food, which is something that would be really nice, because right now I'm so hungry that I just want to go out in my kitchen and eat whatever I can stuff in my mouth. And it's easier not to cheat because you know tomorrow you can eat it. So those are a couple of the pros, and yeah. So those are my thoughts. I really am extremely interested in trying this diet, at least trying it and seeing how it goes. I know my body, and I know how to listen to my body, and that's something that HCG has taught me. And right now I'm listening to my body, and it's telling me that I'm hungry and I need to change. I've lost 70 pounds on HCG so far, so I know it works. And if this diet doesn't turn out to be for me, I will always know that I have HCG to turn back to. But for right now, I just either need a break from HCG, or I just need a change in the structure of what I'm doing. So I have until Monday on P2, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stick it out or not. I'm not sure if I can make it. Honestly, right now it's only 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I've taken my drops. I've drank one of these already, and I am so hungry that my stomach is literally in knots. So I'm not sure. I work until 10 o'clock at night, so if I eat now, and there's going to be a long period of time before I eat dinner, and then a long period of time before I go to bed. So I always have to like feel like I'm starving for a couple hours before I can eat, so that I won't feel like I'm starving later. So it's just been such a juggling act, and a struggle. And honestly, the first week of this round was absolutely amazing, but the last week and a half has been torture, and I just can't do it anymore. I'm just sick of feeling this way. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you suggest. If any of you out there are friends with HCG's Medic Babe, please send her my way and see if she has any answers or suggestions. I was on their Facebook support group today and mentioned that I was going to consider doing it after P2, and then they suggested maybe trying, there's somebody who's actually doing HCG instead of the ephedra, and they are doing the fasting and then one meal the next day while on HCG. My only concern with doing that is that I feel hungry, like really, really hungry on my HCG right now. So I don't know if I could go a whole day without eating and be okay with it and not be in some serious pain. So I'm either going to stick out P2 for the rest of the week, or I'm going to kind of just do a little maintenance thing right now for the rest of the week, and when I get paid I'll pick up some stuff to start this biomedic diet, or I'm just going to go on a planned interruption, HCG planned interruption. I'm not sure, honestly. I'll let you guys know tomorrow what I'm doing, and thanks so much for listening. I love you guys so much. On my face, I'm just wearing a pink eyeshadow, I don't know, called Pinky Swear, and by Glamour Doll Eyes, and then I have a chartreuse on my lid, and then black just kind of winged out on the sides. And on my lips I'm wearing one of my favorite lipsticks. It's called Airy Fairy, and this is by Rimmel. It's just a pinky nude, and on top of it I am wearing my NYX lip gloss in Sweetheart. And on my cheeks I am wearing my favorite blush, Pink Passion by e.l.f., and my bronzer is my e.l.f. Glow bronzed powder. I'm supposed to shout out my husband if I love him, and I do, so hi hubby. And thanks so much for watching, guys.